Before we start, if you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments below to help me get better. Thank you all.
My bestie's here, and that scumbag's time is up. After failing the underworld civil service exam for the 9th time, I achieved a remarkable milestone, an astronomical debt and an official notice for my 10th retake. Seeing my miserable plight, King Yanluo turned a blind eye and waved his hand, allowing me to return to the mortal realm to find someone to settle my tab. Having lost my parents at a young age, I had no family left to rely on. So I placed all my faith and hope in my one and only best friend, Lu Ailing. The second my feet touched the floor of her luxurious villa, floating bullet comments suddenly flooded the air before my eyes. Help! The abused female lead has gone completely insane. She's smashing all the luxury items the male lead ever bought her. He cheated during their marriage, and her own son despises her. She must have been pushed past her limit long ago. Nobody dares to go inside for fear of angering her. Before anyone could react, another bullet comment popped up. Wait a second. Who just unhinged the bedroom door? Did she really just lift it up and throw it aside? How can she just walk straight in like that? Well, that fearless intruder barging into the master bedroom was none other than me. I looked up and saw my best friend shaking uncontrollably in utter despair, clearly ready to end it all. Without a second thought, I grabbed her by the shoulders and shouted at the top of my lungs, "Bestie, pay off my debt for me. I'm so exhausted from running away." Lu Ailing froze instantly, her tears instantly drying up. Instead of continuing her destructive rampage, she blew her top and lunged at me, grabbing me by the collar. "You despicable girl, you've been dead for 6 whole years and didn't visit me even once. But the moment you were in debt, I'm the first person you think of." The floating comments instantly fell dead silent before a single message hovered above our heads. Is there really such a bizarre friendship in this world? Why does this look like a robbery combined with a chaotic assault? Seeing her still drowning in dark thoughts, I ignored the nervous servants hovering outside and squeezed myself straight into her arms. I grabbed her wrist and cooed playfully, "Bestie, when did you buy this diamond bracelet? I remembered you hated snakes. Why don't you let me wear it instead?" Lu Ailing stared at me in complete bewilderment. Outside the doorway, the servant stood wide-eyed, completely caught between laughing and crying. The floating comments exploded once more. Does this sister even realize what the female lead was about to do? She's literally at rock bottom, and you were sitting there admiring her shiny diamond jewelry. Looking at Lu Ailing's swollen eyes and pale, hollow cheeks, my heart twinged with unbearable pain. In my memories, she had always been a radiant girl with a high ponytail, a dazzling smile, and boundless hope for the future. She used to squeeze my hand excitedly and say, "Xinxin, when I marry Tan Baiyun, you have to be my head bridesmaid." Yet now, the woman before me was sickly pale, her eyes dim, her long hair tangled, and her body so gaunt it looked as if a single touch could shatter her into pieces. I had never seen my best friend looking so broken. An aching pang surged through my chest, making it nearly impossible to breathe. I snatched a dangerous sharp object from her trembling fingers and bent down to inspect the shimmering bracelet on her wrist. "Bestie, you know I'm terrified of snakes too, but the one on this bracelet actually looks kind of cute." I looked at my bare wrist, took a deep breath, and added thick-skinned, "Good fortune should be shared. Hurry up and take this off so I can try it on." The servants outside nearly stumbled over themselves in shock. A few stammered in protest. Who brought her in here? How can she be so impolite? A multi-million-dollar bracelet isn't something you just give away. But right at that moment, Lu Ailing wiped her tears, took off the glittering piece, and fastened it directly onto my wrist. Her voice was raspy, yet filled with tenderness. "If you had told me earlier that you liked it, I would have bought another one for you." Once the stunned servants backed away, I quietly reattached the bedroom door to provide some privacy. Then, I slyly pulled a crumpled IOU note from my pocket and dangled it in front of her face. Bestie, guess what precious gift I brought back for you? Although Lu Ailing was still emotionally drained, the astronomical figure written on the paper instantly reignited the crazy chaotic energy from her high school days. She picked up the knife I had thrown aside and chased me around the room. Dao Xin, you evil girl. Dead or alive, you didn't give me a single sign for 6 years. Now you bring back a massive debt for me to pay. Did I owe you in a past life? See how I slice you up so we can die together. I ran around the bedroom with my hands in the air, shouting, Wait, let me explain. The commotion was so loud that the birds in the courtyard garden flew away in panic. When the butler finally arrived, he stared at the chaos in terror and dialed his phone with shaking hands. Hello, boss. You might not believe this, but Madam is currently chasing someone around the master bedroom with a knife. I quickly fabricated an explanation. 6 years ago, I suffered an accident while inspecting a site near the border, lost my memory, and got swept across the border with a crowd of illegal immigrants. I only recovered my memory recently and snuck back, only to discover that my unpaid credit cards had accumulated massive compound interest over the years. Lu Ailing half believed my wild story. She confessed that after I vanished, she searched everywhere for me until she found my car being sold on the black market, where the vendor claimed the owner had died. After a long sigh, she agreed to let it go on the condition that I stay at her villa as a live-in nanny to work off my debt at a rate of 10,000 dong an hour. I reluctantly accepted the role of her personal caretaker. Lu Ailing's mental state was highly unstable. She often flew into fits of rage, smashed things, and refused to eat. The master chef was practically having an existential crisis over his rejected dishes. Floating comments filled the air. The female lead definitely has severe anorexia. Poor thing. Her family went bankrupt. Her parents passed away. Her husband is unfaithful. And her son is distant. Any normal person would have collapsed long ago. Just wait. The male lead is going to force her to donate a kidney to his mistress next, before the agonizing wife-chasing arc begins. I rolled my eyes, walked into the kitchen, and chopped vegetables violently, as if venting my rage on that scumbag husband. When I brought out a piping hot bowl of beef noodles, Lu Ailing turned her head away. Just looking at it makes me nauseous. I raised my eyebrows, picked up a tender piece of beef with my chopsticks, and slowly brought it toward her lips while making airplane noises. Little bird, back to the nest! Open wide, ah! To my delight, she reflexively opened her mouth wide. I almost burst out laughing right then and there. The comments went wild. Who on earth is Dao Xin? This is hilarious. She fed the female lead so effortlessly. Has anyone noticed how much brighter the female lead looks since Dao Xin appeared? She's literally blooming again. Through the floating comments, I gradually learned the full story behind her suffering. After her family's collapse, she endured endless humiliation from Tan Baiyun's kept mistress, while Tan Baiyun himself used her sick grandfather to force her into submission. He claimed her grandfather only survived because of his personal connections with the top medical specialist. However, a comment suddenly revealed the truth. The miracle doctor who saved the female lead's grandfather years ago didn't do it for the male lead at all. He did it because he secretly had a crush on Dao Xin back in the day. I nearly choked on my water. Wait, someone secretly lied to me. Why did everyone wait until I died to mention this? I immediately claimed I had secretly investigated the matter and brought Lu Ailing directly to the hospital to meet the legendary doctor. When she realized Tan Baiyun had been deceiving her for years, her suppressed fury finally erupted. Later that afternoon, as I dragged her to the garden swing, comments sighed in relief. Dao Xin is truly the ultimate best friend consultant. Her words are more effective than actual medication. Wait, isn't the male lead snobbish mother coming back with the little boy right about now? That kid hates his mom. Get ready for trouble. Sure enough, Tan Baiyun's wealthy parents walked into the courtyard, leading my best friend's son, Tan Yangming. The moment the little boy saw us sitting together on the swing, his face darkened. He threw his toy car to the ground and charged at me, screaming, "Get off my swing! Who allowed you to sit there?" He then kicked my leg with all his strength. Lu Ailing's smile froze, her hand gripping mine tightly as her voice trembled. "Ming, don't he be like that?" The comments wailed in sympathy, sobbing. She carried him for 10 months, only for her own son to treat her like dirt. My face turned cold. Before anyone could react, I yanked the boy onto my lap, flipped him over, and delivered a swift barrage of spankings straight to his bottom. The grandparents stood frozen in utter horror before screeching, "Which crazy woman dares to hit our precious grandson?" Tan Yangming wailed loudly, "Grandma, Grandpa, save me! My butt hurts!" I spanked him harder while shouting righteously, "Spoiled children need to be taught a lesson. If his birth mother won't discipline him, then I, his godmother, will do it for her." Lu Ailing clutched her stomach, laughing so hard she almost fainted, completely unable to hide her satisfaction. The butler and servants rushed over in a panic, while Tan Yangming raised his small hand, attempting to strike me back. Taking advantage of the moment, I dramatically threw myself onto the grass and wailed at the top of my lungs, "Is there no justice left in this world? Tan Yangming is beating adults. Kids in Hope class, make sure you never play with him." Tan Yangming froze in shock, waving his hands frantically. "No, I didn't beat you. You evil woman, you reframing me." Seeing me pushed to the ground, the timid Lu Ailing suddenly transformed. Her expression turned ice cold, her gentle persona vanishing as she stood up with imposing motherly authority. "Tan Yangming, what did I teach you? Are you allowed to hate people?" Her voice was as firm as steel. The boy, who had been spoiled his entire life, shrank back in terror under her fierce glare. I was wrong, Mom. Don't hit me anymore." The grandparents panicked, shouting that Lu Ailing had gone completely insane and threatening to call Tan Baiyun immediately. But Lu Ailing stared at her son with a chilling gaze. "Who are you supposed to apologize to?" I leaned in close to the boy's ear and whispered, "Apologize to your godmother." Tan Yangming's face flushed red with humiliation as he sobbed, "No, I won't apologize to this mean woman." Lu Ailing raised her hand again. Terrified, the boy squeezed out a forced smile through his tears. "I'm sorry, I was wrong, godmother." The comments exploded like fireworks. Sister Xin is an absolute deity. One dramatic fall unleashed the female lead's powerful motherly aura. This is peak satisfaction. Furious, the grandparents called Tan Baiyun, demanding he return immediately to handle his rebellious wife. Tan Baiyun abandoned his vacation with his mistress Sun Yan and took a 10-hour flight back, his heart boiling with rage. When he stepped into the villa, he brought Sun Yan along with him. She walked in with her head held high, acting delicate and aggrieved. "Sister Ailing, what are you doing? Baiyun and I were having such a nice trip. Did you cause a scene on purpose just to drag him back?" Tan Baiyun was about to roar, but when he looked at Lu Ailing, he froze. She was no longer pale or frail, her skin was glowing, and her eyes sparkled with fiery spirits of her youth, the very campus belle who had captivated countless hearts years ago. Overcoming his momentary surprise, Tan Baiyun sneered, "Lu Ailing, what kind of trick are you playing now? I told you, if you make trouble, your grandfather won't get his medical treatment." Before Lu Ailing could speak, I stepped forward and sniffed the air exaggeratedly. "Oh my, who just spoke? What is that foul stench? Tan Baiyun, did you rush back so fast that you forgot to brush your teeth?" The room went dead silent. Tan Baiyun stared at me in absolute horror, his face turning pale. Dao Xin, weren't you dead?" Sun Yang tried to break the tension by coaxing Tan Yangming to call her mom. But the boy took one look at my cold glare and quickly hid behind his father, shivering in fear. Tan Baiyun gritted his teeth and barked at me. I don't take care if you're a person or a ghost. Get the hell out of my house. Lu Ailing instantly stood up and shielded me behind her back, her posture straight and resolute. Tan Baiyun, this is my house. The one who needs to get out is you. The comments went wild, yes. This house belonged to her parents. When did it become his? He even brought his mistress into her home. What a shameless bastard! Tan Baiyun's mother shrieked that they were doing her a favor by staying, while his father insulted her for being mentally unstable. Pushed past her limit, Lu Ailing grabbed a heavy glass ashtray from the coffee table and hurled it directly at the old couple. It shattered on the floor with a deafening crash, terrifying them into silence. Tan Baiyun grabbed her wrist roughly. If you keep acting crazy, I'll lock you in a mental asylum. Without missing a beat, Lu Ailing raised her other hand and delivered a roaring slap straight across his face. The impact echoed loudly throughout the living room. I stepped in between them and declared loudly, "If you can't stand her, then get a divorce." Tan Baiyun held his swollen cheek, roaring in disbelief. "Are you insane, Dao Xin? Ask Lu Ailing if she even dares to divorce me." Lu Ailing looked at him with complete detachment. "Tan Baiyun, there has never been a single second where I didn't want to divorce you. So yes, let us get divorced." She immediately commanded the villa guards to throw Tan Baiyun, Sun Yang, and his parents out onto the street. Within minutes, the noisy house returned to absolute peace. Later that evening, I barged into Lu Ailing's bedroom without knocking, finding her curled up under the blanket, sobbing quietly. I acted completely unbothered and asked, "Bestie, can I borrow the clothes in your closet?" Lu Ailing poked her head out, her eyes red. "Those are limited editions. I haven't even worn them yet. Just pick whatever you want." I pulled out a dress and held it against myself in front of the mirror. Remember that guy from high school I was close with? Turns out he secretly had a crush on me back then. Lu Ailing sat up instantly, forgetting her tears. Who liked you? How come I didn't know about it?" She then proceeded to criticize my outfit choices, pointing out that my style was completely mismatched and insisting she needed to buy me new clothes tomorrow. Over the next few weeks, Lu Ailing filed for divorce, presenting overwhelming evidence of Tan Baiyun's infidelity and demanding a fair division of assets. We visited her grandfather at the hospital. As we entered the ward, a tall figure in a white lab coat walked in. It was Man Yu, my old high school classmate. Memories rushed back. Back in high school, I used to act like a tough gangster from television shows, demanding $2 in protection fees from younger students. One day, Mang Yu, a handsome, quiet top student, approached me, pulled out $5, and asked softly, "Can you protect me?" Later, when I saw him getting cornered by bullies, my instinct was to grab his hand and run for our lives. He had laughed softly, telling me later that he wasn't laughing at the situation, but because my swinging ponytail kept slapping him in the face as we ran. Back in the hospital hallway, comments flooded my vision. "Look at the way Dr. Meng looks at Dao Xin. He secretly attended her funeral years ago and burned hell banknotes for her." I realized with a jolt that all the anonymous funds appearing in my underworld bank account had come from him. Before I could process this, a loud argument broke out nearby. Tan Yangming was being confronted by an arrogant woman whose son had received a tiny scratch on his hand during a scuffle. She was screaming at the boy, demanding a kneeling apology and financial compensation. I rushed over, engaged in a hilarious verbal sparring match with the woman, and held my ground until Lu Ailing arrived with security camera footage proving her son had started the fight. Tan Yangming burst into tears, hugging his mother tightly. "Mom, I'm sorry. I just wanted you to believe me. Once the issue was resolved, Meng Yuyu chased after us in the hallway, grabbing my wrist firmly. Dao Xin, I know it's you. No one else runs as fast as you do. He then revealed to Lu Ailing that her grandfather had recovered significantly and was ready for transfer to a top medical facility in City B, exposing Tan Baiyun's manipulative lie once and for all. The court final verdict came swiftly. Lu Ailing won the lawsuit, securing half of Tan Baiyun's fortune. She then publicly released evidence of his company as illegal financial operations, triggering a massive public outcry that completely ruined his business and reputation. Tan Baiyun's parents fled abroad with what little money they had left, abandoning him. Homeless, ruined, and hiding from creditors, Tan Baiyun descended into alcoholism. One night, he stumbled back to the villa, begging Lu Ailing for a second chance. Lu Ailing looked at him with utter disgust and called the police. In a fit of dazed madness, Tan Baiyun ran out onto the main road, only to be struck down by a speeding car driven by Su Nian, who had also lost her mind from bankruptcy and illness. It was a tragic, fitting end for both of them. With her life finally restored, Lu Ailing invited me to live in her villa permanently, but I kept a secret from her. There was no actual debt to King Yanlo. I had traded my entire underworld fortune for just 6 short months in the mortal world. The next morning, I found a check for 100 million on my nightstand, alongside a handwritten note from Lu Ailing. 100 million should be enough to pay off your debt, right? Stay with me for the rest of your life, Dao Xin. Under my pillow, I found a strawberry candy left by Tan Yangming, along with a text message from Meng Yuyu. Dao Xin, I'm so glad you came back. Before my time was up, I left a note on Lu Ailing's desk. If you ever think about giving up on life again, I'll haunt your dreams and pinch your ears. Suddenly, the floating comments erupted in tears. Why do good people never get a happy ending? I'm burning paper money for Sister Xin right now. Viewers began spamming virtual offerings, diamond bracelets, paper money, candies, and sports shoes flooded the air. The next morning, I woke up to find the countdown numbers on my arm completely gone. A burnt letter appeared on the desk, explaining that because of the massive volume of sincere offerings burned for me by the living, the underworld had converted them into decades of additional mortal lifespan. I laughed softly, realizing that underworld bureaucratism worked just like human society after all. From downstairs, Lu Ailing's loud voice echoed through the hallway. Dao Xin, get up already. Let's go shopping. Did you spend all that money I gave you yesterday? Tan Yangming poked his head into my room, holding out a strawberry candy with a bright green. Godmother, I bought your favorite flavor. Looking at my best friend and her son, tears welled up in my eyes as I smiled warmly. Bestie, I guess I'll have to spend the rest of my life paying back this debt of love.
If you're liking the story so far, a quick like, share, and subscribe would mean a lot and keep me going.